My friends and my family, this is Trevor Chapman, modern day man, entrepreneur, achiever, purveyor of the good life, student of life, marketer. After over 10 years in business, tens of millions of dollars, I've learned this one thing. There's too much noise. It takes tactics and strategy. You can't buy it, you earn it through experience. Failure after failure hones the craft. You must become a warrior. It's time to run. The experience you can't buy. You had to have earned it. It's my turn to give back and contribute. I share all of my lessons from 7 to 8 and from 8 to 9 figures. We'll see if it goes from 9 to 10, but I'm gonna give it all to you. Consistency, persistence, dedication, vision, time, discipline, work. I'm gonna give it all to you so that you learn from where I failed and you learn from my experience. My brothers, this is your daily fuel.
My friends, how are you? Trevor here. Today is a beautiful and delicious Monday, and you may be commuting to work right now. My question for you is this: how strong of a sense of urgency do you have for the work that you've got to do that nobody else is going to do? Let me give you an example. Last night I had insomnia. The last time that I told my wife that I had it was like 4 a.m. The reason I had insomnia was because flowing as a stream of consciousness from my brain into the universe was every opportunity that right now I am missing as it's Q4 because the projects that I have on my plate are not yet done. And I could not. Usually I can write these things down, set them aside, and go to sleep. But with this one, it was so like I'm still recovering from Kilimanjaro, pulmonary edema and stuff, and so I'm not all the way back to my healthy self yet. But the urgency of the matter was so strong that I could not shake it, regardless of writing it down. I had to actually get work done in order to feel peace enough to then close my eyes and my brain then allow my body to go to sleep. Now, that's victimizing myself, so maybe I won't say it that way before I allowed myself to go to sleep. But my question to you is, where are you urgent and where do you lack urgency? I've come to find that only the areas that I act with urgency are the areas that actually improve and create a better environment for my life. All the ideas that would benefit my life, and in fact, you know what? Every time it starts to get too easy in my life, I know that things will change because I notice that I start acting with a lack of urgency, and I have to actively fight that. And when I do, the good times, I literally feel like I'm able to extend them. But when I give in to complacency, when I give in to, times are good now, let's just roll with the waves, all is good, my friend. When I fall and I allow myself to be a victim of that thinking, things rapidly change. Now, I don't know if there's some unwritten law of physics that we don't know about. I don't know if there's some other realm, spiritual or otherwise, that causes us to continue to improve, or we are compelled to improve. I just know that for me in my life, it's true. When things are too easy and I lose my sense of urgency, stuff falls apart. What should be keeping you up until 4 a.m.? What should be so powerful in your life that you feel like you are losing right now because the project is not yet completed and every day is like $1 million loss? And not in jest, in all reality. Where should that be? If you don't already have that and you can identify, okay, say it. If you just thought it, say it out loud. Now artificially create that urgency. Now I know you can artificially create it because as humans, we are excellent at creating artificial states. Do you remember as a child when your parents would be grouchy and then all of a sudden the doorbell rings and they answer it? Or the phone rang, the phone in the house? Yeah, you believe they had those. And they answered it and it was like the entire state's, they're no longer grouchy. They're no longer yelling at you. You're no longer in trouble. In fact, now you're the perfect family on the neighborhood, answering the phone, answering the door. That abrupt state change that I witnessed growing up told me that I could abruptly change my state. You can abruptly change your state in a like manner and rally up an intense fire that is going to help you create urgency around the one project or two that will have the most impact on first changing your life, because put the mask on yourself, my friends, and then the lives of those you care about, and ultimately your sphere of influence, which when you step back enough degrees, the sphere is this very world. Be urgent. Have urgency. Don't be frantic, but live with urgency as your constant companion. And you will achieve what others only dream about. The owner of Pudge, who just sold for a lot, came up to me a few months ago and he said, dude, I don't understand. How are you doing all these things so quickly simultaneously? We had a similar project and I had launched and completed it and he was just starting. And the only thing that I could think of was that I deliberately engineer urgency in my life because I understand that without it, complacency is the natural state. And once complacency occurs, entropy happens and everything gets destroyed. The best resistance is proactive urgency. Engineer it. I will talk to you tomorrow, my friends. All my love and all my respect. Trevor out.